Hi everyone! Welcome to week 2 Fine Arts, where we're going to be talking about mirror images. Now, I have a mirror held up to my face. See that? And you can see how if I hold it right in the middle, it reflects the other side of my face. And it looks like it's symmetrical. See there? Now if I take it away and put it back, what it's doing is it's reflecting this side of my face in the mirror, see, and showing you the mirror image of it. So when we talk about mirror images, that's what we mean. We mean if we were to put a mirror right in the center of something, it would be the same on both sides. Now, we see this a lot in nature. I have a few examples to show you. One of the best examples is a butterfly. See, if we were to take a mirror and to put it right down the middle, and actually what we call that sometimes is the line of symmetry. It's where if we were to draw a line, or where we would place the mirror, it'd be the same on one side as it is on the other side. So watch this. Now if I fold this in half, see there? And then I open it up, it's the same on both sides, both on the top and on the bottom for the butterfly. It's symmetrical. All right, another great example is in insects. We see that all the time. Look, here's a dragonfly. Ooh, there we go. See how he's symmetrical? The line of symmetry there in the middle, and on each side of him, he's got the wings, and it should same on one side as it is on the other side. Let's find another example. A bee. Do you see the bee? Same on one side as it is on the other. He's symmetrical. All right, one more from this book. We've got a beetle, Longhorn beetle. See how he's symmetrical? If you were to draw a line right down the center of his back, same on one side as it is on the other. Mirror image of each other. And here's one more example, a fun example. Have you seen these for parties? Now if I open it up, watch the wings. If I open it up, are symmetrical. It's like if there was a mirror on each side, right down the center, it's exactly the same on both sides. You can do this too if you put paint on one side of the piece of paper, fold it together, it'll be exactly the same on the other side. That's what we're doing today. Mirror images. All right, so we're going to practice by drawing first. We're going to be drawing some shapes that we see that are symmetrical. And we're going to use our oils from last week. Have you been practicing? All right, we're going to take some time to practice today. So one of the lines that we learned last week was an angled line. Here's an angled line. Now, if we were to imagine the line of symmetry right down the center, we would imagine what would it look like if we were to open it up or unfold it. Let's imagine this is a folded piece of paper. We're going to unfold it. So what we want to draw on the other side is exactly what we see on this side. Now, sometimes I've seen kids draw it and they do it like this, but it's not quite symmetrical. It's not quite the mirror image. We want to look and see how long is this line and draw that exactly the same length on the other side. And then we look at this angle and we try to match it like that. Pretty close, huh? It takes some getting used to. Now here's another one. Let's try. I'm going to make my line of symmetry first. And I'm going to draw a curved line for this one. Watch. Okay, can you draw a curved line like that? Now what happens when we match it on the other side as if we're unfolding it? Imagine you're cutting out a Valentine. On the other side, when you open it up, it looks like that. So try drawing that one. We'll do a couple more. I'm going to draw my line of symmetry first. Let's try this angled line. What does that look like to you? Let's draw it on the other side. It's an arrow. And we can do all kinds of shapes. Let's try one of our open circles like we learned last week in our oils. Draw it on the other side, and we've got a symmetrical shape. Okay, I want you to pause the video and try that on a few different things and see how many different shapes of symmetry you can do. Okay, how'd you do drawing your mirror images? Great? All right. You know, one thing that's cool about this that reminds me of is how we were made in God's image. I love thinking about that and how He created us in His image. And now we're creating things just like He does. We're creating art. I love that because He's embedded that in our hearts and we want to create because that's how He created us, is to be creative. All right, so we're back to U.S. history and we're going to be talking about our immigrants that flocked to America. Here's our timeline card that we're going to be reminded of today in our drawing. Now, in the background there, I don't know if you can see it very well here. It's very faint, but there's a pictured drawing of the Statue of Liberty, and that's where we're going to be drawing today. Now, I have another cartoon version of it here, the Statue of Liberty, and the immigrants would have seen this as they went into Ellis Island. Let's see, this is a cool graphic novel about the building of it. How did Liberty get to America? And it says in 1886 is when it was, 1884 is when it was finished and put up there for everyone to see as they came into Ellis Island. So we're going to draw our own version of it. Now I want you to see how it's very symmetrical. When we look at someone's face, like I showed you with mine, it's symmetrical. And so we're going to be looking at the Statue of Liberty. Here's what our final picture is going to be looking like if we color it. Here's our drawn version. And you can draw clouds in the background or fireworks. I'll show you that when you're finished. But see how it's symmetrical? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of paper, and again, we're going to fold it in half just like we did last week, and we're going to make it hot dog style, and then we're going to fold it again so that we have it in quarters, and then unfold, and you'll be ready to draw. So I'm going to put that onto my clipboard here. You guys can keep it on your paper or whatever works best for you. Now, today, I'm going to be drawing with a Sharpie, but what you guys can use is a pencil. That works just fine. But just so it's easier for you guys to see on video here, I'm going to be using a Sharpie. Here's my favorite kind of Sharpie. Watch, it goes like that. Okay, so here we have our halfway point through the page. And this is going to be our line of symmetry. So if we imagine the mirror is going to be right there on that line. This halfway just helps us use as a guide, kind of like we did with the fox, to see what's on top and what's on bottom. All right, so first we're going to start on the bottom half. So see our fold here, that's going to give us our guide. And we're going to do a curved line. And we're going to start about in the middle of there. In the middle of there is where we're going to end up. I like to make dots so I know where I'm going and where I'm starting. And we're going to go a U shape, and it's probably going to go about an inch from the bottom, like that. So here we go. I'm going to draw a curved shape through the middle of my paper and then up to meet the other side, like that. Okay. Our next step is we're going to take those two dots and we're going to draw a line across the top to match those. All right. At any point in this video, if you need to pause, feel free. Now, we're going to do some of those straight lines like that, a little off to the side. And again, we're going to do another curved line that bands that together. Hold it like that. Okay. Now, here's where we're going to start some symmetry. We're going to let's make a dot here in the middle. See where our fold is in the paper. And we're going to make a curved line out to the side. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to go out to the side. Now I'm going to want to do that exact same thing on the other side so that it's symmetrical. It's like a mirror image. Like that. There we go. All right. Now, just like us, we're going to draw some curved lines on the side. Just like us, she has some ears. So there's her ears and they are symmetrical. Mine is maybe a little less than symmetrical because I didn't make it in as very straight, but that's okay. We're all practicing, right? All right, next we're going to do the nose, and the nose is going to start here, and we're going to do it along like that, and we're going to go a curved line, go over to the side. Then we're going to do her eyes. Now her eyes are going to need to be symmetrical. So we're going to do one on this side, but the way we do it is some 2 curved lines around in kind of an oval shape with a little angled at the end. And then we're going to do some circles where we do almost like a half circle. We start at the top and go around, start at the top and go around. Those are her eyes. Now, Lady Liberty, we're going to do her lips, the way her lips go. Now, you'll notice it's about halfway between the nose and the chin. Right here is where we're going to do that. So we're going to start with a straight line that goes across like that. And then we're going to make the lips where we go up and we come to a point in the middle of our fold here. And then we're going to go up and around, almost like a little mountain. And then down here is the bottom of the lip. We're just going to go like that. All right, see how it's looking? Mirror images. If I were to fold it, it'd be the same on both sides. They're pretty close. All right. Next, we're going to draw her hair. It's going to go out to the side here and in, angled line, and back out. And so we're going to want to do that exact same thing on the other side, out, in, and back out. Okay. All right. Next, we want to draw her neck. I forgot her neck. So there's going to be a line and another line. All right. For the top, we've got all this room on top. Are you wondering what goes up there? Now's our time. So let's start in the middle so we can see it's going to be symmetrical. I see my folded line here. I'm going to start there at the top and I'm going to do a line down and the exact same thing on the other side to make this skinny triangle. Can even make it skinnier than I did. Mine was a little bit fat. And then this one's going to go out to the side and then back in. And one over here to make it symmetrical. Out and back in, angled line. And then we're going to fill in with a couple more here. Now there's 7 of them total, representing the 7 continents. Same thing on the other side. Our angled lines. There we go. Great. Now, in the middle here on her, I guess, is it a crown? I don't even know what it's called. We'll have to look that up later. We're going to do some squares, rectangles, by making our angled lines across here, and across there. All right, that's our Lady Liberty, our Statue of Liberty. Now, in the background, you can draw some clouds. You could draw some fireworks, or whatever you would like. I think I'd like to draw some fireworks. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to just draw some lines out to the side. Let's imagine we're celebrating our independence. Draw some lines there. Look at that. All right, and that's our mirror image project. Now, if you would like to, feel free to color, add color to it. It looked really great. Now, if you want more of a challenge, I'm going to put a link below to where you could draw the entire Statue of Liberty, where you would draw her entire robe and her flame, her torch, and the Declaration of Independence here. And then see down here is her feet and the chains where she's breaking free from freedom, her robe to represent that we were taken from the Roman form of government for a republic. And you could draw the entire Statue of Liberty should you want to this week as an extra challenge. All right. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.